My life before homelessness. Hi, it's activist Jocelyn, and in today's video, I'm going to share my experience on how I help those of drug addiction within the poverty community. Also, keep in mind, these are past experiences that may no longer be who these people are today. This is just what I've encountered living in the poverty area in the past. But today, I'm going to just share some stories on a couple that I helped back in 2015, me and my children's father. They were in fact his friends, and at the time I lived in my grandmother's home that raised her children in the same home that I was blessed enough to raise my children in. Back then, my children's father lifestyle was in the streets, and these are people of drug addiction, and this is how we all became interconnected with one another. We looked at them more than just drug addicts. They had become friends to us because when we hit hardship, they went out and made sure that my children had clothes and diapers and everything that they needed. My children were very connected to them. They called them aunt and uncle. They seen no color, no race, or no addiction, and because of that, my grandmother's home had become a safe haven to them, where we allowed them to live in our shed when they fell short of hardships. And we ran a power cord out to the shed. They had lights, a bed, a TV, and a couch out there to where they felt at home. And when I would get overwhelmed from working, the girlfriend, she would do laundry for my children and babysit for us when we needed a break, and they just became our friends. And there were even a time where my children's father had got incarcerated, and Nick told me to come pick him up, and when I picked him up, he had $300 for me, and that day I was really financially struggling, so it was like God answered my prayers. They were more than just drug addicts to me. They were truly my friends, and they also just was the true definition of love has no race, love has no conditions of what a person is. Love is who a person truly are authentically within themselves. I can't forget about this beauty right here. She was my next door neighbor in a new neighborhood that I had moved in down the street from one of my grandmother's homes. She, in fact, was a really good friend. She would take me places, and when I moved into my grandmother's home, she made sure I had furniture. Through her process, me and her son would sit on the porch and just make sure she was safe of her being at her struggle. She struggled a lot with her children's father and overcoming abuse. Some days we would go out, and when the EMTs left me to die in my home, she was the only one came over every day to make sure my home was clean. She filled my prescription. She cooked for me and ran errands for me and made sure she was a really great friend. We love you, Shay, and I miss you so dearly.